Hi guys, welcome back. Today is Greek night and it's one of our favorite nights at the Gordon house. And which will be a real cheer to us because right now it's been like so smoky from the mountain fires in Canada. So it's been crazy. So it's nice to be able to have a wonderful meal. This meal is wonderful in the winter. It's also wonderful in the summer. You can make it out on the grill or you can make it on your stove. We're going to make it on the stove because of the smoke and also because it's been kind of raining off and on here. So first of all, I want to thank everyone that subscribed. Thank you very much. Please tell your friends to subscribe. And thank you for all those of you that have been watching everything. Okay, so first things first, we're going to get our Greek fries in the oven. Guys, these are so easy to make and everybody loves them. So you're going to take Yukon potatoes. And I had to do some of this ahead of time, guys. I'm sorry. And you soak them in, you cut them up in equal shapes, like a French fry. I'm not real good at that. So, just do as best you can. And then you soak them in ice water for a minimum of 10 minutes plus, and then you have to dry them. So you can kind of see how I put them in a towel here. I've been drying them. So they're pretty dry. And now we're going to dump them back in here. And I make my own Greek seasoning. It's really easy. It's like 2 tablespoons of oregano, a tablespoon of dill, a tablespoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of onion powder, half teaspoon of salt, and a quarter of a teaspoon of black pepper. So it's pretty easy, but we're going to add on top of this, guys. Holy crap. I can't remember how much. Let me think, guys. Just a minute. Oh, a tablespoon. This is a tablespoon recipe, guys. A tablespoon recipe. But first, we're going to get ourselves some olive oil because you want to pour your olive oil over your fries before you start. So we're going to get 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And I wish I got my gloves out. I'm going to go get them after I do this because I do not want this oil all over me. Sprinkle it around. And then we're going to take 1 tablespoon of the seasoning, sprinkle it around. Now, we're going to put some other stuff on them when they come out of the oven, but for now, this is what we're going to start with. Hold on a second. You're going to preheat your oven to 425, which I've already done. And we're going to give our French fries a massage. Because, everybody deserves a massage, even a French fry. I mean, after all, they're here to make our lives better. They make us feel great. I don't know anyone that can eat a French fry and frown. I'm serious, guys. French fries are the best. Oh, this smells so good. Okay, so this is what they look like. See how they're equally covered. Then this is a little tip on how to keep your parchment paper. I don't know if you guys have had this. You put parchment paper on a pan, you put it in the oven, and woo, it slides off the sheet. It happens to me all the time. It may be a blonde thing. I don't know. So if you spray Pam on here first, or any type of spray, you just need a thin layer of it. So you're going to put your parchment paper down and see how that just sticks right down there. And then we're going to put another one because I don't have it. When I went and bought my parchment paper last time, they did not have the wide roll, which is what I prefer. Okay, we got all of our parchment. And see how that didn't stick down well right there? So I'm just going to give it a little squirt in there. You don't need to keep your French fries this way. Using parchment paper will keep your French fries from sticking. So we're going to pour them out onto here. It's highly important. I like to get all the seasoning. That they're single layer and spread apart as far as they can. So this is 6 Yukon Gold potatoes cut into fries. And I also do not peel them. I just wash them really well. So there you go. That's what they look like before they go into the oven. Now we're going to cook them for 20 minutes and then we're going to flip them. So let's throw these. Oh, guys, those smell so good. Too bad they're not done. I'd be eating them instead of putting them in the Okay, Alexa, set a timer for 20 minutes.
Alexa, name the most recent timer French fries.
Never mind, I don't need any other timers. Okay, let's move on. And how many of you have ever made your own tzatziki sauce? When you see how easy it is, you're going to be like, why have I not done this before? I cannot believe I have been buying that tub of it for $6 with all the preservatives when I could just make it myself. So get yourself a glass bowl. Get yourself some plain Greek yogurt. And you want a cup of this. So we're going to put, I like these kind of measuring cups because then I can just push it out and I don't have any waste, and it makes me happy. So get some plain Greek yogurt. You can use any kind, off-brand, name brand. This just happened to be the cheapest one on sale. It was on sale when I went to buy it. I have no preference. Put it in your pot, into your glass bowl. I use glass. When you're making Greek, you need to use glass all the time that you can, because you use a lot of red wine vinegar and that will react with metal. So don't use metal. Okay, got that in there. Our next thing we want to add in here is a clove of garlic. So we're going to press it in. All right, peeled that baby up. Because you know, garlic's really good for us. And then after the garlic, we're going to add in a tablespoon of olive oil. Yep, we're on the tablespoons, guys. I told you this was a tablespoon that night. So I love my little 4 tablespoon measuring cups, which are also 4 tablespoons is 1/4 of a cup. Same thing. So we're going to add the olive oil. And now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of red wine vinegar. I highly recommend, you can use any kind you like, but I do recommend getting a high quality, because the higher the quality, the better the taste. Shake it up. On your red wine vinegar, when it starts to separate and you can see stuff in the bottom, it's no good. Throw it away. Mine rarely goes bad because I use it too much. Okay, so we got a red wine vinegar in there. We're going to stir that in. Looking good. Now we're going to add to this 2 tablespoons of dill. So I have my fresh dill here. Yes, I've been playing with it and cutting on it. Don't you know? Huh? The what? Oh, if you want to see some of the stuff, like some of the prep, go to my short videos on my channel, and you can see the prep of like some of the things that I did, like marinating the chicken for tonight. Anything that I have to do ahead of time, I try to do shorts on. Sometimes today, the flatbread that we're doing, the short that I recorded, the blonde in me took over, and guess what, guys? I pressed photo instead of record, so I got a picture at the beginning and the end. So I had anyway, it is what it is, right? So okay, let's chop up our dill. Dill makes a mess. It gets everywhere. So if you want to watch those so you can see some of the if you want to see how I marinated the chicken, you can do that. And you can also see for the fries, I made a lemon dill sauce that goes with the fries. And so you can see that there also. Okay. Guys, dill goes best with everything. I use dill on everything I do. Okay, so how much dill do I want? I want 2 tablespoons. Perfect. What's a little more dill between friends? Okay, mix that in. It's looking good. Okay, we're going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper, which you can measure, or you can just do a pinch of it and you'll be okay. This does not have any salt on it, and I'm going to tell you why right now, because we're into the next thing. It has no salt because your cucumbers, I'm going to show you here, you put them in a strainer, and then you put a teaspoon of salt on them, and you let them sit for 30 plus minutes, and then you rinse them and dry them off. So they have soaked up salt, and the reason for this is because cucumbers release water, and so you don't want that in your sauce. So you need to do that before you put them in. So you peel them, you take the seeds out, and then you put the salt on them and let them sit for 30 plus minutes. And I usually put them in a thing like this so it goes down under here and not on my counter. So we're going to chop these up roughly with our food chopper. You know, small enough that it's not going to slap you in the face. Nobody wants that. And please do not blink. We're almost done. If you blink, you will miss tzatziki sauce. And let me tell you, nobody wants to miss tzatziki sauce if you're having a Greek night. Now, I will tell you that my daughter does not like the bought-in tzatziki sauce, but she does like the one we make at home. So, get my little scraper here, pick your cucumbers up and put it in. I use baby cucumbers. You can use regular cucumber, or you can use English cucumbers, either one, whichever is your favorite, or in my case, whatever's on sale that looks good. So mix it up, and guys, this is our tzatziki sauce. It is delightful on your sandwich. It's also nice on a salad or anything else you want to do, but this is your Greek tzatziki sauce. You can use it on falafel, you can use it on chicken, gyro, lamb, beef, whichever. So this goes with any of them. This keeps in the refrigerator for about 1 to 2 days. It really doesn't keep past that because the cucumbers are fresh. So we're going to set this aside over here. And we're going to move on to our cucumber salad. Now, before we get started on cucumber salad, I better clean up my mess because I get in trouble. Hold on a second, guys. Normally when I'm cooking by myself, I will do dishes as I go, but that's kind of hard in here when I'm talking to you guys. So this recipe is called Charlotte's salad, and the reason it's called Charlotte's salad is it's after my mother. My mother developed this recipe. She loves cucumbers and she loves onions. So, and this is like when she wasn't feeling good, if her stomach was upset, this salad would make her stomach feel better. So this salad I've been eating for years, and like I said, my mother developed it, so that's why it's named after her. So let's see what we can do here. First of all, we're going to put a cup of sour cream, and once again, we're using a glass bowl because we're going to use lemon. So I like to mix my sour cream up so that. Also, on your sour cream, you know how moisture gets on the top? Don't pour it off. Mix it in, because you know what's going to happen if you do that? By the time you get to the bottom, guess what? Your sour cream is going to be a brick. Don't do that. Just don't, okay? Stir it up carefully if there's a lot of liquid. Otherwise, it'll go everywhere. So sour cream has a tendency to separate. And yes, guys, I'm messy. There's no reason to not be messy. It's more fun. I mean, I didn't play with mud pies when I was a kid, but I did cook. Maybe that's why I'm messy. Okay, now we're going to add to this 3/4 of a cup of mayonnaise. Your choice. Not salad dressing, mayonnaise. I prefer Hellmann's, but you can do your choice. My mother wouldn't eat anything but Hellmann's, so that's probably why I prefer it. If I made it with something else, she would probably roll over in her grave and come and haunt me. I'm not going to risk that. Okay, put that in there. Okay, we got our mayo. We got that in there. Now we're going to add some lemon juice. About a tablespoon. Not a whole lot. Just enough to give it a little bit of tang. So we're going to take that, and I just usually just squeeze it in. I take a half. This is about a tablespoon of juice and a half a lemon, a smaller lemon. The larger ones are going to be, in a half is going to be 2.5 tablespoons or more. Okay. Now we're going to stir that up. Once again, that's why we're in glass, because if you're not in glass, it will react with metal. Anything with acid in it. And I know you guys keep hearing me say that, but honest to God, I know people that don't know that and wonder why their food tastes like metal. Okay, we're going to add, I'm going to start out with 1 teaspoon of salt. You can add, it can take 1 to 2 teaspoons of salt. The thing about this recipe is it takes a lot of salt. I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to start with a teaspoon of salt. As I told you, I'm not one to eat taste when I'm cooking, but this recipe requires you to if you want it to turn out right. So what I do is I mix it up good. I throw my sliced onions, thin sliced, 1 sweet onion, thin sliced. Mix it in. Then get yourself a cucumber. I use my baby one. Stick it in and go. Thank God I'm getting to eat this. Needs more salt. So we're going to add some more salt, half a teaspoon at a time. And this is really a preference. So you don't want your mayo to overshadow your sour cream, but you don't want it to undershadow either. Perfect. So for today, a teaspoon and a half makes me happy. So then we're going to add our cucumbers, about 4 cups. This will keep in the refrigerator for about 3 to 4 days. But it never lasts that long with my mom and I. But so now it's just me that eats it. Well, my older daughter likes it, but I don't think you can get too much of it. And isn't that a beautiful? It's nice and cool. It's great for summer. It reminds me of summer, and it reminds me of my mother. So let's set this aside, and we're going to move on to our, those rows. We're going to move on to our flatbread. Guys, buying flatbread already made is a crime. Don't do it. Look at how much is raised up. I'm going to have to roll them out. So we're going to roll out our own. So you take your dough. I cut it into equal 8 parts, and you kind of roll it into a circle. I'm going to turn on my griddle so it can start heating up. And my my cast iron for my, now I have a little bit of flour here. You don't want to use too much. You don't want to incorporate too much flour. This is a pastry roller. It's my preference. You can use any type of roller. But you want to kind of go a different direction so it stays round. I have a tendency to make mine look like the United States. This one is not cooperating. I may have let them sit too long. Usually only takes about an hour and a half to rise, but I had to make these ahead of time, so we'll see. They should be fine. I don't make mine real big because I want to apologize for my granddog who loves to talk. She's had a bad day. I've been cleaning and cooking all day and doing laundry, and it made her very unhappy. That's okay. She's okay, guys. Camera's fine. We're all fine. I'm usually the klutz. Okay. So I make my flatbreads smaller than some people's. You can make them any size you want. So if you make them a little bigger, it's going to make less. But this is 3 cups of bread flour, 2/3 of a cup of warm water, 2 teaspoons of yeast, a teaspoon and a half of salt, a teaspoon and a half of sugar, a teaspoon of salt, Oh, look, those did better that I let sit. Look at that. Whew.
Did you just discover a secret?
I did. Look at that. When I let them sit and rise on my board, of course, now it's square because brilliant person cannot do a circle to save her pea picking soul. Guys, it doesn't matter. My family think it's funny. They have to name their whatever their tortilla or flatbread looks like. Yeah, so I guess letting them roll them out a little and letting them rise a little makes them come out better. Nice. So, I was back to what I was putting in them. Teaspoon and a half of sugar, a teaspoon of salt, a cup and a half plus 2 tablespoons of milk at 110 degrees. And that is, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, I believe. No, tablespoon and a half of olive oil. Okay. Maybe our other guys will cooperate while we cook these. Now, here's another this is a little tip that I didn't know. Letting them sit and letting them rise again after you roll them out is very beneficial. Also, a little tip. After you cook them, put them in a tortilla warmer, guys. It keeps your bread hot until you eat. So it doesn't really matter. So Izeta's going to move the camera real quick. We're going to move over to the stove. We're going to start cooking our chicken and stuff. Okay, this is our chicken that's been marinating, and it was marinated in olive oil, quarter cup of olive oil, quarter cup of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt, 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar, quarter of a cup of red onion, 2 cloves of garlic, 1 tablespoon of thyme, 1/2 teaspoon of coriander, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of pepper. 2 to 4 hours is fine, but I like to do mine all day, so I do it first thing in the morning. You can also see this recipe on the shorts when I did it. So, take it out. I did 1 chicken breast because that's plenty for our family, but you can do 2 if you want. Let me wash my hands. Try to resist moving it. It needs to stay in one place for a period of time while it cooks. Okay, we're going to throw our bread on, our flatbread. Now, you do not oil this. You do not put anything under flatbread. It is done just on the griddle like it is, okay? No need to do anything. You leave it alone. Do you see a key here, guys? Leave things alone. Leave it alone until the bread bubbles up all over. Then it's ready to turn. You can look at it. Huh? Yes, like a pancake. So you can see it now starting to bubble. Oh, that chicken looks good, guys. We're going to have to cut it up here in a minute as we get done. I'm going to clear some stuff off while that's cooking so we have somewhere to make our plate. So I don't play with it. I warn against it because I am guilty as charged. And I will also talk about our lemon sauce. Has the mic, has that gone off yet?
No. Alexa, how much time on the timer?
Oh. Okay, I'm going to put it out here to turn it over. Okay, it looks like our flatbread's about ready. Yep. Nice and golden. Look at that, guys. Perfection. Perfection. That's the way it should look. This bread will keep in the refrigerator for at least 7 days. If it lasts that long. In my house, it doesn't last that long. Okay, I need to get my thermometer out. I like to check my chicken when I'm cooking chicken and when I do it on the other side, simply because I don't like to worry about it not being done. Chicken is done at 165. That is not ready to turn. Okay, Alexa, turn off. Take our fries out. Look how good those look. And we're gonna get ourselves a little flipper. Let me check my bread real quick, guys. Yeah, it's ready. This is what it looks like on the other side. And we're gonna throw it in our little tortilla warmer, so it'll stay hot. And we'll throw a couple more guys on. Oh, that guy has a, I don't know what kind of shape. Yeah. Okay, let's turn our fries over. I'm terrible at this, guys, just so you know. FYI. First time, I'm really good about laying them around, and then after that, I'm just like a bowl in a china cabinet. Okay. Spread them out, and we're going to put them in the oven for another 10 minutes, and hopefully they will be ready to go. Oops. Single layer, guys. Single layer. Not a pyramid like Kathy's trying to build over here. Don't do that. But they do smell delicious. Okay, throw them in there. And look at our flatbread. Isn't it beautiful, guys? I love this griddle. It's by Made In. I highly recommend it. It's carbon steel. Is so nice compared to a cast iron. I have cast iron griddles, but this one, whew, it is so nice and light, and it cooks so much better than any of them I've ever had. Nope. Maybe I don't have this turned up enough. Okay, we're gonna let that cook there for a second. Let's talk about our lemon dill sauce that we're gonna dunk our French fries in. And let me tell you guys, this is what makes your French fries to die for. I made it ahead of time. You can see it on the shorts and on my YouTube channel. It's got dill, yogurt, mayo, garlic, onion powder, salt, water, and lemon juice in it. So we're going to put it in this little bowl here. You can make it ahead of time the night before. It will keep up to 5 days in the refrigerator. Doesn't take a whole lot for French fries. Okay, couple things I want to talk about keeping our, let's see if this guy's ready. He's like, come off of here. Don't be getting distracted, Kathy. When I put this on the menu board, which I eventually will do a shorts on how I make my menus. Maybe I can roll these guys out better now. Where's my roller? Oh, crap. Oh, good. I put it on top of a bowl. Every time they find out I'm doing this meal, everybody's happy. It is a family favorite. Well, that and pizza. Well, these guys are not going to be as big. They're the baby ones for whoever wants the baby one, because they didn't get as rest like those other ones did. Oh, look at those beautiful bubbles, guys. Beautiful. Oh, dear. Did I tell Alexa to set a timer for 10 minutes? I don't think so. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes. Okay.
Set a timer for 9 minutes.
Okay, let's see what our chickie looks like now. Oh, I think it's well, it's not. I'm gonna put it there. I'll put this guy here. Like I said, you can do it outside on the grill, or you can do it in the house on a cast iron. Either way. So if it's hot, get your stuff ready, go outside, eat out in the backyard. It's a beautiful thing to do. Okay. Gonna add the last of our I know. He's like, screw you, I'm not sitting anyway. I'm staying the size I am. Okay. Thank you for anyone's comments. As you know, also on the shorts, I'm doing my kitchen pet peeves, which are many. And I just finished the refrigerator and we'll be moving on to some other stuff. So now I wanted to talk about cucumbers and saving them in the refrigerator. Since we're talking about pet peeves with refrigerators, they will keep in the refrigerator if you wrap them in tightly in plastic for 7 to 10 days. They can be stored in water and they'll last about 3 to 4 days in water if they're sliced up. So that's highly important to remember with your cucumbers. That's why when you get in the refrigerator and you look at it and it's a sad puddle of goo and you can't eat it and you're like, I just bought this guy. Well, don't leave it in a plastic bag. Wrap it tightly in press and seal and put it back in their fridge. Okay, so that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. Also, potatoes and onions and garlic. Do not store them in the refrigerator, ever. They like 40 to 50 degrees, cool, dark, and dry. Refrigerator is not dry, guys. It is not. It has humidity in it. So do not put them in there. Make sure they're in a well-ventilated area, and that way your your potatoes and your garlic and all those things will keep well. Lemons, on the other hand, prefer to be in the fridge, not in plastic, and they prefer to be in the crisper tray. Notice how this guy has no butt on him. He's just flat. And see how he's flat? That's good. That means they have lots of juice. See how the oh, hold on. Got to get this guy. Oh, perfect. Almost burned him. You know, whenever I burn something, I just tell the family, it's okay. You guys needed your charcoal dosage for the day. It'll also keep you from having an upset stomach. Anyway, more juice with the smaller butts, guys. So try to make sure you get the smaller ones. Okay, we got our tortillas ready. We got our dip ready. We got our dip for a sandwich ready. We got our chicken going. We got our fries going. We got our cucumber salad ready. And this is the ingredients I like to put on my flatbreads. I have available. Everybody can do what they want, but we have cucumbers sliced, tomato sliced, lettuce shredded, Kalamata olives cut in half, red onions thinly sliced, and then in here we're going to put some feta cheese. Which, guess what, guys? I forgot to take the plastic off. So we're going to pour some in there. We're going to keep some back because we're going to put some on our fries. Yeah, I did say that, on the fries. We're going to put some on the fries. So this is what you're going to have this ready for you to put out with the sandwiches. That way everybody can build their own and do it how they like. Now, where our fries are finishing off, we're going to get 1/4 cup of feta. And it needs to be crumbled small, guys. So you need to kind of take it and crumble it up. You don't want it in big chunks. So this is a little time consuming. But get them small. You don't want them like this on your fries because they won't stick. You want this to stick. We're going to mix it with very fine shredded, chopped onions and dill. You're getting the picture, right? Greek. Greek is very good for you. In fact, right now, Mediterranean diet is very popular because a lot of people that have intestinal or stomach issues have found that it's really good for them and it really goes well for them. And yeah, it calls for 1/4 cup, but I'm thinking we should do, how about a heap cup? Because in my family, you can never have too much feta. It's nice and salty. Some people don't like it. It's an acquired taste. Try it, guys. Try it a few times. You'll see. You'll like it. Or like I tell my granddaughter, just one taste. If you don't like it, you don't have to have any more, but you don't get to spit it out. Okay, let's check our chick. So let's see what his temperature is. Remember, if you have bone, don't hit the bone. You go into the biggest part to see if he's done. If he's done, I know my little guy's done. We're only at 150, so he's not done yet. I think this guy is, though. Let's see. We'll put it in this biggest part. Maybe not.
Oh, we normally do it on the grill.
Yeah, we do normally do them on the grill. Okay, I'm going to turn it down a little.
So then you need something on top of it to...
No, it shouldn't. I'm going to cut into them really quick. Another way, sometimes when you butterfly them like this, it's hard to get a true reading. So you have to cut in and see if there's any pink. And there's a little bit of pink in him. And a little bit left in them. So we're going to let them go for just another hot minute. But you don't want to overcook them, because if you overcook them, then they'll be dry. So you don't want that to happen. We'll set this aside. Got this. We're going to get this out here to slice our chicken up on. I know, so many things, guys. So many things. Oh, serving spoons, yes, and a plate. Okay. I'm going to put a serving spoon in our cucumbers. And in our tzatziki sauce. Need a big one because nobody wants just a little. And in our lemon sauce. And here's our plate that we're going to plate up. Let's see what we're doing over here. I don't mean to worry it, but I don't want it overcooked either. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put this one off. I'm going to cover it with tin foil so it can rest while the other one is finishing off. So if you cover your meat with tin foil to keep it hot, it also helps it rest and it doesn't lose as much juice when you cut. Oh, look, that's the last of my tin foil. I have another roll. It's just not in the drawer. So just kind of loosely cover it. And then we're going to move this guy. See how he looks. Oh, no, he still has pink in him. So, because I don't like the fact that he still has pink. Oh, there's my friend. Where is it? Trying to find something, guys. Hold on a second. I'll grab a lid and just put it over him, and it helps keep the thing in. So let's see what our French fries look. Ooh, I think they're done. Let me stick them with a fork. Oh, yeah, they're soft. They look beautiful. Okay, so we're going to move this. Get your hot pads. Turn your oven off, because if you are not living in Massachusetts, it's going to be hotter than daisies. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to put this guy in a bowl, which I'm going to move your camera. So take a bowl and some tongs, or a flipper would be better actually. Put them in your bowl. Look how nice and golden those are, guys. My mouth is watering. I'm wanting to dip them in my lemon dill sauce right this minute, but I'm containing myself. So get them all in there. You can never make too many of these. You can make a triple batch and you probably still eat them all. This is a single batch that I made. But just remember, if you make a triple batch, you need to make a triple batch of dill sauce. Yeah, I'm going to check it just a sec. Let's check our chickie, see how he's doing. Hey, Chick, how you doing? He says he's fine. Okay, he's done. Put him in with our other chicken to rest. Go take a nap. There you go. Okay, we'll bring him over here. We'll cut him up after we finish with our fries. We're going to let him rest over here. He needs a nap. He's tired. Okay, so now you're going to take your dill, sprinkle it around, your onions, and your feta. Get yourself 2 wooden spoons and toss. Oh, look how pretty that is, guys. And there you go. You have your Greek fries. So we're going to set those aside. We're going to get ourselves our cutting board. Here's our cutting board. And we're going to slice up our chicken. Now, when you slice up meat, you're supposed to slice across the grain. Since I already crucified it, we'll see if that happens. See all the juice that came out of it? That's why we want to keep it, why you want to cover it. Get yourself a carving knife and fork. Wow, I really crucified you. I'm so sorry, guy. He's just going to get cut up, however he gets cut up. But I'm actually cutting across the grain. It's a miracle. So cut it into small pieces. Small enough that when you put it in your sandwich, you still have room for anything else you want to put in there. Oh, that piece is not done. Okay, so I just found a piece of that end that wasn't done. Do not put it in your stuff. Do not feed it to your family. It will get thrown out. And I'm going to get a different knife. Okay, I'll cut this guy up. Never, ever eat raw chicken or turkey. Never, ever, ever. It will make you very sick. Has bacteria and stuff in it. Okay, put this in our bowl. So there's our chicken. And we are now ready to plate. Is everybody with me? Okay, first thing down. Piece of flatbread. Notice it's still seaming. Then you put your tzatziki sauce down. You put your tzatziki sauce down first. Why? Because it holds your meat in and it keeps it from flying off. So you get that on there. Then you're going to, where's my other tongs? Oh, there they are. Then you're going to add lettuce. Not too much, just a little. Couple tomatoes. Whoop. Couple cucumbers. Couple 3 cucumbers. Some Kalamata olives. Couple pieces of red onion. Not too much. And then you're going to sprinkle it with some cheese. And there is your beautiful flatbread sandwich. Now, we're going to add some fries here on the side. And we have ourselves a little bowl here, which we're going to put some cucumber salad in. Add it here. And then, oh, I used my bowl that I was going to put my lemon sauce in. Get a little bowl, put yourself some lemon sauce in it. and put it right here with your fries. And there you go, guys. You have a Mediterranean dish. And look, oh my goodness, it's as good as I remember from the last time. Guys, have a great evening, and I hope your dinner is as good as ours. See you next week. For Wednesday, guess what? We're making grilled, oh good grief, I can never pronounce this name. Paninis and strawberry spinach salad. I'll see you guys next week. And make sure you check out our shorts. We're going to have some every day, hopefully, posted. So have a great evening, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday.